there, it's Catherine from Moonstarlodge. I've still got my sparkle spider and I'm just so on for this time of spirits. This reading that I'm doing for the week of November 1st through the 7th includes a number of things, not just the fact that we're coming off Halloween, but All Saints Day and All Souls Day. And by the end of the week, it's my husband's 75th birthday, so a lot of his ancestor spirits are hanging around. Maybe I shouldn't have said that to him, but that's a happening thing. All right, let's go to this reading. All right, so our significator card here, by the way, I should say, this is the Shadowland Tarot, the House of Shadows Lenormand, and I've pulled extra cards out from some of the other versions. I have versions 3 through 5. We have the Black Moon astrology cards here to give us some astrological advice. And as often, I use the Shaman's Dream for some ancestor advice. All right, the significator card is a dandy. It's the Ace of Swords. And this indicates mental constructs, things being created. Of course, it's a new beginning, so new ideas, expanding knowledge, intellect, new beginnings around something. This card, the Emperor, reminds us, because it's in protection, not to get overbearing and perhaps shut down some of our newly expanding thoughts and wisdoms here by being overbearing or self-critical. The Emperor is all about being analytical, knowing the law, knowing boundaries. So don't push your own boundaries around this. This card, the Ten of Wands, suggests something is coming to an end, and this poor wee beastie here is carrying a tremendous load. When something that we have created is in the past and we're still holding on to it, clearly we've got some kind of new idea percolating. We have to let go of that which is completed, or it's a tremendous, tremendous burden. We need to look at our thoughts. The Nine of Cups in protection says we're wishing and hoping for a lot of things, but there may be a sadness or a feeling of lack or not enough. Just be careful that you don't fall into a sense of despondency about all the things that you would like to have manifest. Manifesting is about surrendering the want and anticipating it already happening and being thankful to that grand consciousness that is the universe for things happening. We are reminded that we are the magicians in our lives. We are the great alchemists. We have everything at our disposal. All the elements are represented here. This wonderful magician has every suit, all the elements here. So we are the magicians, so don't become the barrier to what you're manifesting. And this is a repeating concept in these cards. So we've got good ideas, but we could shut them down by being overbearing or creating boundaries. We could be not letting go of something that has successfully been accomplished and come to an end, and it's a burden. Feeling perhaps lack or overwhelmed by all the things we want to manifest, or unclear. But we are the magician. Once we have that settled, we've got the Ace of Wands. This is one of the most magical cards in this deck. This Ace of Wands is saying you have the fire in the belly, the passion for the new beginning. So get clear with your ideas and thoughts, and then find the fire to make it happen. The Queen of Cups here in protection is normally a joyful, happy woman, happy with success, happy with all the things that come with success. But the protection says she could be a little churlish, this aspect of self. So don't let that. So this is kind of an up and down. We get the idea, and then we could have boundaries. We get a little sad, but we are the magic. We can create the fire. We just don't want to shut ourselves down. This is like analysis paralysis. Let's not overthink what it is we want to create. What's clarifying here? Well, we have clover. Clover is always good luck. So this is saying that what you're thinking about, these new thoughts, this active mind here is very positive. The woman card can be the person listening to this reading, or it could be the addition of a woman assisting the process. Normally, we would pull this card out as a significator for a person having a specific reading. But because this is a general reading, I'm suggesting that this is actually a woman coming along with her lovely pet spider there to assist in the process of making these other dreams and thoughts happen. Mandrake. This is a special card of making magic, specifically magic. And here it corresponds with the magician. This is awesome. Why? Because we're birthing something. Stork is about bringing new things into our lives. Creeper, on the other hand, this is Virginia Creeper, and it's about boundaries. You need to look who in your life, and it's possibly this woman or possibly other people who are restricting your growth here. This is a time of growth and making this magic that's been indicated by the cards below. Ending projects, beginning projects, new thinking, passion, but you have to perhaps eliminate some people who are attempting to control you or shut you down with this new fire you have. Potions. Pulling your magic all together, pulling your stuff together. We don't always create, and this is here, interestingly enough, with this Ace of Wands, we don't always make things perfect from the beginning. I know when I'm knitting, there's many a time I've pulled something out. But when you begin to make the magic and make your potions and organize your spells, it's a creative process. And know that even if you don't get it perfect in the beginning, you are indicated here. This ring is commitment, very much commitment. I was going to address this card at the end. It happened to fall out of the deck as I was moving it across. And it speaks to, like normally, you don't have to include jumpers, but I got the strong message to include this because there are some folks out there feeling some pressure right now. This is the Eight of Swords. Remember, this is a Swords card. This Eight of Swords is somebody mummified behind feathers. This is trapped by their own thoughts. This seems to be a repeating occurrence here. Sometimes we are trapped by our own thoughts, suppressing us. Here's the Emperor card in reverse. Here's us being nostalgic and wistful about things we want but maybe don't think we can have. And this is us being churlish, frankly. So there's warnings all through this reading about not letting your own thoughts bind you. This Creeper card is about the boundaries. This plant is bound up, not able to grow. We can be part of what is suppressing us. We can be creating our own boundaries. This poor woman, if she just knew that these are only feathers and she just has to push them aside. We get overthinking. It's analysis paralysis big time. I'm guilty of it. I know this. I know this well. This is a bit of a smack up in the side of the head with my spider. So here are the shaman cards up here and the astrological influences. So this is an interesting message from the shaman and the ancestors. This is Caterpillar. This is talking about opportunity. Perfectly in alignment, just it wasn't intended to be this way. But these are the creations of new opportunities. And the shaman, as ancestors, are saying, something is presenting itself to you here and here. What do we need to do? This is perfect storm. This raven is telling us to have the courage to step into our life. This may be what's relating to this card right here, and I strongly believe it is. We can create our own restrictions and our own reason for not taking our power. Raven is, for the peoples of the Southwest on the medicine wheel, the call to the shaman, the shapeshifter, the one who asks us to step into the great mystery, the void. It's interesting that card showed up, and here's my little buddy right here. I don't know if you can see him, but he's sitting right in front of my little raven, who's been sitting there this whole time. So we have this opportunity coming. We need to not be overturned by limitations, holding on to something that needs to go, feeling possibly unworthy or incapable of picking something. We need to grab the fire in the belly. We need to make the change. And how we do that is called the Fool's Embrace. And the Fool's Embrace is about transmuting pain. Fear of pain. Fear of old patterns. We need to transmute the pain. So the astrological influences that you would want to look at, okay? This Grand Cross, the Provoker. The Grand Cross is a rare phenomenon in astrology. It's when 4 planets make perfect 90-degree aspects to each other. And the Provoker is something about, again, the analysis paralysis. Stepping forward, stepping back, unsure, very unsure. And getting rid of the pain would help us move past this. Why? Because we have the Sun card, and the Sun is our connection with Spirit. Spirit would help us get past these 2 issues. So we have the Earth element telling us that when all of this is said and done, there is stability in this week. This is the Earth element. It's very hard to see the glyph in the card. So we are very much, swords are air, cups are water, wands are fire. Here's our Earth. We have a balance. We just have to get out of our own heads, and I think this is the most important card. The one that fell out as I picked up the deck, this is the most important card. We got to get out of our own way, make sure we don't let anybody else get in our way. You can flip the card, or flip the camera, Brian. This is a profound week, and we have to remember that we have allies in spirit. We have ancestors. We have the influence. Just because the 31st ends, this is for November 1st, that doesn't mean the ancestors are going away. The veil is still thin, and it's thin and able to allow them to assist us right through, well into winter solstice, because we do ceremonies to connect with them again on winter solstice. You have a powerful ally in the great collective consciousness, the field of all possibilities, if you want to call it that, the conscious universe, God, the great mystery, creator. You are the creator by the things you think about. Where your intention goes and focus flows, that's what you create. So that's really a big part of this week. All right, my lovelies. My spider is, I think, starting to run around up there. I will let you go. Feel free to give us a thumbs up if you liked this video. There's a support button on the web page if you'd like to offer us some support. We'd appreciate it. Check out the Instagram page and Facebook pages and our website. All right, have a fabulous week with the ancestors and spirits. Miigwech, aho.